On July 11, 2017, Megadeth brought their dystopic vision to Pittsburgh Stage AE, accompanied by Swedish progressive bruisers Meshuggah, British gent practitioners Tesseract, and American doom-infused newcomers Lilac. With such a lineup in tow, a full night of meticulous metal was assured on this, the final night of Megadeth's quick 13-date victory lap across North America, in celebration of the band's first Grammy win with 2016's critically lauded album Dystopia. Accompanied by longtime accomplice David Ellefson on bass and fresh meat Kiko Loureiro from the long-running Brazilian institution Angra on guitar and Dirk Verburen of Soilwork fame on drums, Dave Mustaine's Metal Machine, boasting some impressive aftermarket parts, is well sourced for sonic destruction. With heavy storms crossing the region, a severe thunderstorm made an ominous appearance, but was reduced to a very light rain by the time the show started at 6:30. However, the downpour left everyone outside the venue waiting for the gates to open unavoidably drenched. The lightning and half-hour deluge barely fazed the stage crew though, and Lilac took the stage promptly at 6:30. Since my first Megadeth concert in 1995, one constant has been Dave Mustaine actively promoting up-and-coming bands to open the show. From Korn and Fear Factory in 1995 to Lilac, Tesseract, and Meshuggah in 2017, Megadeth has always shown a willingness to put over new bands in front of their truly discerning audience. Opening the show, Los Angeles-based newcomers Lilac take the stage with a growing crowd filling Stage AE's outdoor venue. As a light rain falls, this young band offers an impressive mix of elegiac doom, modern metal aggression, and imposing moments of progressive brilliance to start the night. With only an EP and one full-length album, both released in 2016, Lilac show remarkable promise, and a new song, A Grand Possession, intrigues with its carnival vibe and progressive atmospherics. With modern metal flourishes, ambient tendencies, and progressive digressions, all within a gent infrastructure, Tesseract from the United Kingdom present an interesting dichotomy. With etheric, borderline sugar-coated vocals and an aggressive bounce, Tesseract walk a fine line between beautiful and bludgeoning, with the exception of a few brief moments where I could almost imagine the new Met alterna rock band Incubus's lead singer Brandon Boyd on stage in place of current vocalist Daniel Tompkins. Tesseract turn in an interesting set that offers a moderated, if not eloquent, gent perspective. A rising cheer from the crowd greets the band as Meshuggah takes the stage. A rousing reception for these Swedish tech metal legends. The band's set draws exclusively from the past three studio albums, 2008's Ob Zen, 2012's Koloss, and their most recent Sonic Assault, 2016's The Violent Sleep of Reason. Echoing through the air, the leaden buoyancy of Meshuggah's plodding gent grind begins with Clockworks from 2016. Drums, check. Singer, check. 21 strings between two guitars and one bass, check. The rhythmic brutality of Meshuggah pummels the audience as the sky slowly begins to clear. With flashing blue and purple lights vying for prominence with bright white strobes, the combination only works to heighten the tension to the band's alien and otherworldly musical hostility. As the final moments of Demiurge from 2012's Koloss abrade the audience, the wait begins for the night's ultimate event, a performance by Dave Mustaine and his merry band of metal miscreants, the almighty Megadeth. With the rain forced out of the area by Meshuggah's percussive battering, a darkening blue sky creeps out from behind the clouds. As night overtakes the day, the skulking spoken word opening to Prince of Darkness, one of the few truly standout songs from 1999's Risk, plays over an intro video. Striding onto the stage, the band, led by the red-haired metal maestro Dave Mustaine, tear into Hangar 18 from the seminal album Rust in Peace. Mustaine's voice residing in a mid-range yowl for most of the show, occasionally sounding muted but overall still quite effective. The Threat is Real from 2016's Dystopia is up next. Its nimble-fingered opening moments soon turn deadly serious with Mustaine's insidious sneer. With a familiar, virulent, bubbling bass and drum interplay introducing the next song, Wake Up Dead has no chance of sneaking past unnoticed, as the song's ultimate moments take the crowd from a propulsive chug to its churning finale. With barely a moment's respite, the slow death waltz of In My Darkest Hour begins its cathartic dance. High with emotional import, In My Darkest Hour is a moment of commiseration between band and fan with its rueful exposition on desperation, remorse, and the hopelessness of loss. Switching gears to Reckless Abandon, Countdown to Extinction's lead-off track, Skin on My Teeth, rages from the stage with self-destructive exuberance, while She-Wolf soon follows. From an underrated album, 1997's Cryptic Writings, which features many excellent and underrepresented songs from the tail end of arguably Megadeth's golden age. Drawing from this cryptic well, She-Wolf snarls with a feral charm, while companion cryptic track, Trust, follows with its barely contained cynicism skulking through the Pittsburgh night. Keeping pace with Megadeth's long-standing essentials, the band's most recent offering, Dystopia, comprises the bulk of the set, showcasing 5 total songs throughout the night from this 2016 release. A triptych of songs next greets the audience. In succession, Fatal Illusion, Conquer or Die, and Lying in State forcibly emanate from the PA speakers. Fatal Illusion starts the mugging as Dick Verburen's drums pound and pummel under Fatal Illusion's focused riffing. Up next, Conquer or Die brings Kiko Loureiro to the front of the stage with an acoustic guitar. With the band joining in, the instrumental hostilities proceed with a double cyborg Vic Rattlehead sighting. Like Master Blaster from Beyond Thunderdome, one was more diminutive and clearly the brains behind the operation, and the other a hulking beast of an enforcer. Closing out the triad, Lying in State roars from the speakers as a clarion call, serving notice to the demise of Western civilization. Wrought of delusion and paranoia, the inner mindfuck of Sweating Bullets makes a mandatory intervention. From the ominous intro to the song's final descent into an inevitable acceptance of madness, a visceral sonic journey into lunacy from the neurotic master himself. Tearing into one of my favorite Megadeth songs, the band whips up a maelstrom with Tornado of Souls from Rust in Peace. Subtly ornate and eloquently reserved, thrash classic Tornado of Souls sees with barely contained aggression, an unqualified set highlight for me. Covering 30 years and 4 songs, the set's final race begins with the mournful respite of a Tout le Monde, the night's sole representative from 1994's Euthanasia. From the demise of a Tout le Monde, Megadeth's first Grammy-winning song, Dystopia, pours forth in a crushing rush of scathing riffs, the breakdown providing fertile ground for the band to find a serious groove until the song's escalating mad dash ending. Never afraid to mix politics with his metal, Symphony of Destruction from 1991's Countdown to Extinction claws and rasps its way through the cool night air. Sneering with cynical desperation, Symphony of Destruction speaks to eternal truths and government abuse. Still echoing the news, Dave Mustaine's timeless mind's eye exposes hypocrisy and the futility of hope with Peace Sells. Led by David Ellefson's beastly bass, Peace Sells serves as a lesson for the night. Despite the terror and tumult that has always infected the earth, nothing unites a crowd of thousands of diverse individuals better than Night of glorious metal, even bringing the classic Vic Rattlehead out to press the flesh. Returning to the stage to a thundering ovation, Dave Mustaine begins the encore with the storyteller's segment on the impetus for their closing song, speaking to simmering hatred and ideological divide. Holy Wars, The Punishment Due further showcases the prescient songwriting of our favorite red-haired rager. Dave and Kiko trading solos, Holy Wars proceeds to lay waste to the audience, while the quick and nimble drums of Dick Verburen would make the late great Nick Menza proud. Stalking the stage and offering a genuine show of gratitude to the fans, Megadeth say goodbye to Pittsburgh with the plaintive strains of Silent Scorn from 2001's surprising return to form, The World Needs a Hero, playing through the PA. The World Needs a Hero, another album like Trust that deserves a re-examination and possibly some increased representation in the setlist. An exemplary night of thrash metal from the true exemplars of technical and tuneful songcraft. Originally driven by revenge and hatred, Megadeth has survived nearly 35 years as a singular entity in heavy metal, bringing his distinctive vision for heaviness to Pittsburgh on July 11, 2017. Dave Mustaine, alongside longtime bassist and partner in crime David Ellefson, Angra veteran Kiko Loureiro on guitar, and former Soilwork drummer Dirk Verburen, outlast the storms to deliver a night of enduring thrash metal. Ripped from the psychoses and real-world tumult of our modern-day society, Megadeth's set crosses 4 decades with raw emotion and fierce determination. From Lilic's upstart progressive doom and the heavily djented pop sensibilities of Tesseract to the groundbreaking pummel of Swedish technical gent auteurs Meshuggah, Megadeth main man Dave Mustaine has always led with a strong selection of opening bands, and the string of North American dates in support of 2016's critically lauded Dystopia is no exception. Despite an early thunderstorm and a light but persistent rain that lingered through the first 2 bands, a strong turnout greeted the returning metal legends Megadeth. From Wake Up Dead to The Threat Is Real, even Tornado of Souls, this career-spanning set delivered over 30 years of thrash metal excellence to an appreciative audience with a well-curated lineup and an exemplary performance from the fabled thrash stalwarts themselves.
So